Hi, I'm Billy, one of the Fuji guys, here to show you the unboxing of the FinePix F770 EXR camera from Fuji. It's a camera with the EXR CMOS sensor technology that offers great zoom at a compact size. This camera comes in various colors, including a red as well as a white. I particularly have here with me a black version, of course. In addition to that as well, there's also different variations to this camera. The 770 is a GPS model. There's a 750 that's a non-GPS. There's also a slight model below, a 660, that offers only a 15 times zoom and no GPS as well. So depending on the country you are, there might be slight different variations, but the unboxing is basically the same. The first thing, of course, is to open the camera. What you're going to see is the owner's manual and the information to contact tech support if you need additional support with the camera. It does come with a little quick start guide menu booklet inside the camera. For the full manual, it's in a PDF file format on the CD itself, but that's just a quick look. I'm going to put that aside. Let's open up the camera itself. That's the first thing I'm going to take a look at. As you can see, it's completely sealed. You got this little void sticker that when you peel it off, the void comes off. And taking it out from the factory, of course, it's nice, brand new, very shiny LCD screen. As you can see there, it comes with a little information tag. I'm just going to put the camera aside for now. I'm going to look at some of the other components. You have the rechargeable battery that's included with this. This is the charger, of course. It's a dual voltage charger. Depending on the country that you purchase this camera, you can have a different plug, obviously. It actually charges an MP45 battery too, which is for other models. So this is somewhat dual standard if you wanted to use it with other Fuji camera that uses an MP45. This camera, of course, includes an MP50 battery, which is a higher capacity battery, and should give you a good, 180 to 220 shots per charge on normal usage, of course. And taking the batteries off, you want to charge these batteries at least 4 hours before usage. Coming out of the factories, they have a slight charge to them, and it's not good though for the full day. Just basically follow the guides. It says MP50. I'm going to insert my batteries this direction and flip that up and plug it into the wall to charge that up. It also includes video cables. Now the camera has a built-in HDMI connector on it. The cables that are included are AV cables, so they're the standard, audio video cables, not the high definition cables. The HDMI cables are optional if you wanted to do this. That plugs, of course, to the USB connector on the side of this camera, as you can see right here. You can plug it where the USB would normally go. In that instance as well, let's get to the USB cable. It is also included, and the USB cable is used obviously to download images to the computer. You have the computer's end and you get the camera's end. It connects to the same port that the audio video cable connects to as well, and of course you can use that to download images to your computer. Of course, most computers nowadays have a built-in SD card slot, and that's what I highly recommend you do, is to use that instead. Okay, last but not least, you also have the strap that's included with the camera, and the strap actually prevents you obviously from dropping the camera when you want to just carry it as a one-handed operation. It actually is threaded through this little piece here. I'm not going to do it on the camera, unfortunately, because it's quite difficult to do. I recommend you get a little pin that you can actually take here and you push in, and it actually threads it through, and you kind of loop it, okay? So I'm going to put that aside for now. Saying that, of course, in order to insert the batteries, you open up the bottom of the camera. That's where the battery cover is. And of course, you want to match that orange stripe to the orange tab, and the contacts is definitely going to be into the camera. And you can do that, and it should go in properly. If you insert it incorrectly, the camera's not going to power up. So you want to check to make sure that either you charge the batteries are not dead, or that you've correctly inserted the batteries before you actually go and complain that the camera's not working or whatnot, and you want to return it, okay? Last but not least, of course, is the memory card. It's not included with any Fuji camera. Optionally, you want to purchase at least a Class 6 card for this particular model because it offers full HD video. The faster the Class card you have, the faster it's going to write to it. So if you're doing high-speed continuous shooting as well, it's a great feature to have. So a Class 6 rated card or higher. And when it comes to capacity, if you plan to do also video, I recommend at least an 8 gig card, if not higher, okay? Inserting the card in, you want to follow that little diagram, and then you can insert it this way. If you insert it the incorrect direction, it's not going to let you go in, as you can see, so don't try to force that in. There we go. Clips in place. You want to pop it open, just push down, it pops open. It's spring-loaded that way. Let's close the battery door. To turn on the camera, there's two things. You can hold the playback button down for a few seconds, or you can hold the on button down. And basically, when it's the first time you turned on the camera, it's going to ask you for a few options. I'm going to select the language and the date and time. Don't be worried if you accidentally go past the date and time. You can go back into the setup menu and adjust at any time you want. You also have a power save mode, and I always like to have the clear display, so I'm going to select that. I don't worry about power here at Fuji. I always have an extra spare batteries on me at all times with any digital camera that I shoot with. Saying that, to take pictures with this camera is pretty simple. There's a shutter button on the top. You push halfway down to pre-focus and all the way down to take the picture. I mean, this is a fast camera. Sometimes you don't even have to push the button all the way down, and it has a very, very minimal shutter lag, if you can see that there. To zoom in, zoom out is the dial on the top here. You can zoom in. This camera offers a 20 times optical zoom lens, but of course you also have cameras like the 660 that offers a 15 times zoom. In order to take videos with this camera, this is great. There's a video button here. You can record videos right away. And it records full HD videos with stereo sound with the stereo microphones in the front. If you want to take photos during the videos, you can just push the shutter button, and it does that too as well. That's another great feature, of course, you can see in the top features video. To start the recording, you push the record button, as you can see there. If you want to play back those videos and or pictures, you push the playback button on the back of this camera, and you can use this command dial to rotate between the different pictures. You can even hold it down and zoom through the images. Or you can actually just push left or right as well. It's giving me a read edit. If you ever have this issue, that's probably because you've taken the SD card, used it somewhere else, like what I have done, and stuck it in this camera. So to correct that, of course, all you have to do is go into the menu, go into the setup menu, and the best thing I recommend you do is to format that card so that you don't have any issues whatsoever for the very first time. Okay, now if I go back to some of the photos I've taken, again, I've used this camera on this card on a different camera, so it's giving me that error. Here's a video that was shot. I'm going to push down to play back the video, as you can see right here. It has a built-in speaker, so you can hear the playback. As you can see there, I took photos and you didn't see any interruption. That's a great thing about this camera, is that you can take 3 megapixel images during video and have 0 interruption on the photo. And here's the photos that you've taken with that mode. So that's kind of a quick look. To delete your images, you can push up, and you can either select the frame that you see now or select multiple frames. If you want to do multiple frames, you can push left, push OK, left, push OK, push the back button, up, OK, and it deletes those images that you selected. So again, that's just a quick look at the F770 unboxing, as well as a quick getting started video for you guys to enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fuji Guys video, as well as follow me on Twitter at Fuji Guys. And until next time, I'm Billy. Thank you for watching my videos.